Leah from Team LDC. So today I am going to do a podcast with a very special guest. She is one of the best graduates in UM. She got a scholarship in Australia for a master's degree, the representative of Indonesia for American Leadership Program, and a president for English Association of English Lecturer in Australia. She is in a lecture in Malang today, and everyone, please welcome Mrs. Like Raskova. Assalamualaikum, Miss.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
May I ask how you're doing today?
I'm good. I'm doing good, thank you. And how about you?
I'm doing very well, especially since I'm doing this podcast with you.
Nice to meet you.
I feel really honored that I can do this podcast with you.
Thank you.
So people, today we're going to talk about success for tomorrow starts today. Mrs. Like Raskova, seeing from the achievements that you have achieved in the past, what do you think is the meaning of success?
Success means we have a dream and we can reach the dream. We can achieve the dream, so that's the success.
Oh, okay. So success is achieving the dream. So what do you think is like the process of success?
Process of success is, for example, we have a dream. Successful person is someone that can imagine something in the future in a very detailed situation, as like something that we have already seen yesterday. So if we can imagine something precisely in a very detailed situation, for example, okay, in the next 10 years, I want to be a doctor, for example. But a successful person can imagine something in the future in a very precise description. For example, okay, in the next 10 years, I'll be a doctor and I will arrange my practice room like this, and I work in a hospital, and the way I try to diagnose my patient will be like this, and I will take my specialist program is like that, and the next 15 years I will try to take my doctorate degree, and then I want to get married, and the person is like this, and I want to get very detailed. So it will be a very imaginative person that can describe the future as clearly as he describes something that already happened in the past or yesterday. So that's a successful person. So it means that after we have a dream, we must plan what we will do. And that's what I plan since I have that dream. Since I was 6 years old, I have a dream because I always watch movie in a Western movie, and I have lots of questions at that time. Why everyone say, okay, good night, but the sun is still shining brightly?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the forest or find something, take the water, but they were wearing shoes. Those things never happen in my country. And then, oh my God, something so strange. And when it's in the winter, when someone is speaking, there is an air puff from their mouth that looks, oh my God, it doesn't happen at all in Indonesia.
They play with the snow as well.
Exactly.
Snow angels.
Exactly the same back here. So that's why I just have a dream, oh, it will be so great if someday I can go there. So that's what I do. I study hard because I want to go there. And I learn English department just because I want to reach my dream to go overseas. I want to go to the place where I saw in the movie or in television at that time. I work hard. And especially my parents were very strict parents. They never allowed me to go out at that time. And at that time, I was thinking that it's not fair for me because both of my parents are very active persons in their offices and in the organization, in the house area. But okay, you should not go out without any brothers or sisters or siblings to accompany you or me. It's not fair. I'm adult. I can do everything myself. So just because of that, what I do is just stay at home, study, but praying. Don't forget to pray. That's the key. Starting from elementary school, junior high school, senior high school, and even now, never forget to pray. In every steps in our lives, when we remember our dreams, at that time remember that only Allah can make our dream come true. So when you walk, when we are at night, when we are alone, we are talking like this, keep remembering Allah and always hope that everything will run as we expect. So that's what I do, praying and study hard, and I believe everyone also do the same thing. And finally, after 30 years, 30 years, I reached my dream. I went to Australia at that time to take my master degree with my family, and I reached other dreams. I also went to United States, to America, as the representative for Indonesia for American leadership program there. So it means that everything depends on how we dream. Sometimes people will think, oh, don't dream too high, because if you fall down, it will be very suffering. So suffering, so painful. We have to remember President Sukarno's quotes that, please, you have to dream as high as the sky, as highly as the sky. Why? Because if you cannot reach the sky, at least you still fall in the middle of the stars. So it means that everyone who work hard, even though sometimes we cannot achieve what we want to have, but you still can get something else, it can be much better than what you are dreaming of. That's what we are believing. So, and the tips for being successful is only 2 words. The key for success for me is there are 2 words or 3 words. We can see what is next.
What is next?
What is next? Okay, I have done my assignment now. Okay, what is next? Oh, I have to fix my assignment again. Oh, I still have time. Okay, I have to improve again my assignments. Okay, done. I still have 15 minutes. Okay, I want to read it again. Oh, I have to add this one. Finally, it becomes perfect, not because it has been perfect. It is perfect because we have used all the times for fixing, for doing our masterpiece, our assignments, preparation for the test or examination or everything. So never waste the time.
So a successful person is a person who plans everything starting from 0 to their dreams.
Exactly. And don't waste the time. We must have a plan. And how we have a plan? Because of our imagination, just like what I tell you before. And the second is, don't waste the time. But I realize sometimes we are lazy.
Yeah.
Laziness just pop up in our mind.
Yeah.
I need time to relax. Why do I have to work hard all the times? Why do I have to study hard all the time? I need time to relax. I need to go to Matos. I need to go to the mall.
Yeah.
I need to hang out with my friends. It happens. But remember, success, there are 2 things that contributes to someone's success. There are 2 things which distinguish between one success and other success. 2 things are, first is how much we do something for that, or the effort, and second is how long we do the effort for achieving that, only that. If we have used all of our times for achieving that, of course, we'll get more success rather than other people who only spend just few hours or just fewer hours or just less effort for doing that. It must be like that. So, and I just want to remind myself that the most priceless treasure in our life is not about money, is not about position, but the most valuable or priceless treasure in our life is about time, because time never comes back. If today I spend my time without doing nothing, so it will never come back. For money, now I have spent all of my money. Maybe tomorrow or the next week, I still can get just like you, right?
Yeah.
Your parents give money to you, no? Maybe.
Yes.
And then you spend that, that's fine.
And
Okay, yeah, you spend the whole money to the canteen. That's fine. Tomorrow my parents will give me another one.
Yes.
The money will come, but not about the time. Once you lose your time for today, so you cannot take it back. So we have to spend our time very efficiently.
Okay. So you've mentioned before that your parents are very strict, correct?
Exactly.
So do they support your dreams in going overseas?
Oh yes, I had very, very bad impressions about my parents when I was still a kid. I think that they were so unfair with my life. They make my life not beautiful because they never permit me to go out. They never permit me to hang out with my friends alone, something like that. But after I have kids, I realize that what my parents do to me is the best. Not only right, not only true, but what my parents have done to me are the best for me. Without their strictness to me, I will never be like now. So that's what sometimes I feel regret, that I have ever had bad impressions about my parents. At that time I had bad impressions about my parents because I didn't know what is the best for me, but I feel I know the best for myself, but the fact it's not the best for me.
Our parents know best.
My parents know the best for me.
So, you're saying that a very supportive support system is very important on achieving your success.
Supporting system from?
Our family, our friends, our environment.
Yes, of course, environment really influences our success. But we have to remember that there are lots of things that sometimes we have to change in our life to support our success. Our environment, our schools, our parents, the house, our friends, everything. But if those things cannot support us, so don't change your parents, don't change the school, don't change your friends, because you will never be able to change them. So what you have to do, change ourselves. We have to change it ourselves. It's not easy. Sometimes our parents do not support us.
Yes.
Sometimes and often, maybe we think that our friends are not good with us.
Yeah.
Our parents do not understand about our feeling at all, and sometimes what they have done to us, it's not something the best for us. So what we have to do is that we have to remember that something that we want is not something good for us. Something that we don't like or we hate, it can be the best for us. So don't choose something that you like, but choose something that is very good. And to know something that is very good, only adult person knows that. And so that's why we have always to ask advice from parents. Get close with the parents, get close with the teachers. This is the advantage for us. I want to give another tip why I can become more than my average student, my average friends. I become more mature. I can be more mature, or I can do something more than my other friends at the same age with me, because my friends are not only the kids or the people or the girls in the same age like me, but I like to talk with older people. I like to talk with my parents. I like to talk with my uncle. I like to talk with other people on the street and listening to them out. And what they told me must be something that is very valuable, that will never be produced by a person in my age. That's why I can have more competence than my other friends at that time. When my friends has problem or something, just come to me and consultation with me, because I have learned lots of things from older people, from other people. Just we have to learn anything from other people. If there is something good, so we have to take it.
So we have to be acceptful of what other people taught us, even though, we don't know them, or...
Oh yes, yes. This is the difference between smart people and smart person and intelligent person. Smart person always learn what has to be learned at school.
Yeah.
In the campus, this is the subject. There's the material, mathematics, physics, arts, something like that. So this is what we have to learn. There's smart person. But intelligent or genius person is the one that can take lesson, that can learn anything that he or she experienced in his or her life. For example, I was walking on the street and I saw a beggar. For some people, maybe someone who is not genius or not very intelligent, oh, that's just a beggar. But someone that's very genius, so he or she will think something behind that. Oh, to be a beggar on the street will be very hot, will be very tiring, and so embarrassing. So we have to study hard because we don't want to be a beggar. Or if we go to the mall, we see lots of delicious foods, lots of clothes, lots of great movies. For some people who are not genius or intelligent, they'll say, I want to enjoy that. I want to enjoy any kinds of food. Okay, what is the best food in here? But intelligent or genius person will think, oh, staying in the mall is amazing. So if I have lots of money, I can enjoy all of that without checking the price tags in that clothes. Whatever the price tag in that clothes, how many millions, so I can pay it without looking into the price tag. So I want to study hard because I want to conquer that mall, that I can buy anything in that mall. So this is what I mean, the difference for us, the way we learn from something, not only older people, but anything in our surrounding can be a good lesson for us.
That is some really awesome information. I feel like that really makes me feel more better about, like, maybe I'll say that school is very important, but life definitely tells more story. So, like, yes, school is important, but you should really focus more on life stories, like just what you told about the beggar on the street. So we should really be observant on our surroundings, because we can see them and then think that as a motivation for us. So maybe we'll continue on to the next question.
Okay.
So, seeing from you being the representative of Indonesia in America, the president for English Association in Indonesia, that is really, really awesome.
Thank you.
Maybe you can give us some tips on how to achieve the success.
Those are the works that relates about how we have relationship or cooperation with other people. The first success is about ourselves, but the second thing is about happiness. Being successful and being happy is something that is closely related. Some people think, or I'm at the first time think that to be happy is we can get something in our life. But as the time goes by and the age is also getting something like that, my happiness is not when I get something. My happiness is when I can give something to other people. So that's the true happiness, in my opinion. So getting along with people, how to make other people happy with what we can do to them, I think this is what another effort that we have to achieve, because I want to be happy in my life. That's the goal of my life. I want to be happy here and after. And how to be happy? First, getting something, I'm very happy. But then when the time goes by, I can feel that doing something for other people and making other people happy, it is much happier in my life. And for having achievement like that, it's just like the other side. But the main goal is not achieving those kind of position, but the main goal is how to be beneficial, to be useful for other people, not for other people. Other people don't need me because if I didn't do anything to them, they are very happy, they can be successful. But to do something for other people, that's what I need, not other people's need. That's what I need.
So, I've experienced some things in my life. Maybe I worked harder than my friends, so they really, they hang out a lot. They can go to the mall every day, but like my parents, just as you said, are pretty strict about those things. They really want me to focus on school. So how do you react when your parents like said no to you hang out with other people? Because maybe as a teenager at that time, you'd feel like, as you said, this is unfair. Like, I have to work harder than my friends, but they can enjoy life right now. Why can't I enjoy it now?
Yeah, there are two things that I want to state responding to this question. First is that sometimes two things always collide. There's always controversy, something that is always fighting in my heart. In one side, I have to have lots of pictures with my friends. My friends have great pictures in many beautiful places, but I never have it because my parents ask me, okay, you can go there if there is someone to accompany you. That's my siblings or my brother, my sister, or my parents, something like that. But later, I realize maybe it's too late for me to realize or to understand about it. When I have kids, I know, oh my God, I myself, when I have to leave my kids outside without someone to accompany, I feel a little bit nervous. It's a little bit nervous. I'm worried about them because, why? Because in my age, when I was still in junior high school, I always think that I'm right. I always believe that I can think the best for myself. But now when I have been 30 years, 25 years, 30 years, I just realized that, oh, at that time, my consideration is not the best, but my friend's consideration is the best. So I feel so happy at that time to obey my parents. But once again, it doesn't mean that we cannot go to the mall. It doesn't mean that we cannot go for having recreation with our friends. No, we still can have. We have to hang out with them. We have to get along with friends. But the motivation for doing that is for recharging our spirits. Sometimes you are so tired to study hard, right? Lots of assignments. This assignment is not done. There is another assignment. Okay, please do page 3 until page 20. Lots of assignments that we have. Sometimes we are tired, right? And it's something normal, something natural. So we can go to the mall, we can have recreations, we can eat outside or something. But the point is not for healing, it's for recharging. Healing is for something that is suffering and hurting us. But studying is not suffering, is not something hurting. Studying is for our contributions, our steps for the future, but we need to recharge. Sometimes we loss of energy. We study hard. We finish our school at 2 or 1:30, for example, and at home we still have to study to finish the assignment, something like that. We are very tired, so we need to watch something. Maybe you watch YouTube, you watch TikTok, you go to the mall, you eat outside. Yes, but that's for recharging again our spirit, our energy, and then we have to go back to our main duty. Why? Because we have to achieve the future. I want to remind you that sometimes you are lazy.
Yeah.
You know why we are lazy?
Why?
But again, have you experienced that sometimes you are lazy?
Yes, definitely.
Sometimes. Okay, I know. Ibu Lika told me that we have to work hard, we have to respect the parents, but
sometimes it's
sometimes
tiring and
what
I just don't
for?
feel like
okay,
it.
this is many books that pile of books in front of you, okay, but then you take your handphone, okay, Gea, ayo, katanya kita mau nge-mall. Oh my God, I think this is much more interesting than the book in front of me. Sometimes we are lazy, or sometimes we don't do what we have to do. Why? Because at that time we forget about our goal in our life. When we forget about our goal in our life, so we will not have any motivation to do that. So when we feel lazy, if I feel lazy, or sometimes I feel, why should I have to do this? I just want to do nothing. So I always remember my goal. Okay, I have to go back to my goal in my life. So I cannot waste my time like this. So this is recharging the spirit. The second thing is to avoid our laziness, that we can talk with the friends who has the same vibes with us, the same circle with us. It doesn't mean that we have to make our own circle, no, but try to find a group of students or friends that have the same vibes, that have high spirits of learning or carving the future. So you will be stimulated, you will be influenced, you'll be infected to do just like what your great friends do. That's what I usually do.
So, in conclusion, we have to plant a thinking that studying is not something that's hurting us. It's for the goal that we're going to achieve in the future.
That's why that's a difference that someone that imagine the future or not. If you cannot imagine the future, so studying will be very suffering, painful, and hurting. But if you can imagine that your future, you want to drive your own car, you want to have great house, you want to wear great clothes, right? You have to have lots of staffs, you will be the great boss. So what you will do now in your school is not suffering at all. But the process will make you happy because you know you study now, but for your great and happy life tomorrow.
Okay, and we will go to the last question of the day. Maybe you can tell us a message about how to achieve success and how to make yourself focus on the goal that you're going to achieve in the future.
First, we have to put our willingness first. Setting our willingness, setting our goal is something that is very important. First, I will ask for Allah. Allah, please give me spirits, give me high spirits. Protect me from laziness and something that is not getting in our life. This is what we always ask for to our God, day and night and every time. And second is that the key to keep me going on, to protect me from doing something that lead me for not achieving my goal is that if I forget my parents, if I remember my parents, and at that time I can make sure that everything that I do will be something good. So those things, remember Allah, remember parents. And number 3 is that happiness is not because we achieve something. Happiness is because we are coming to that journey for achieving something. So when you go to Jakarta, I think your happiness is not when you have arrived in Jakarta, but your happiness starts from Malang.
Yeah.
You take the train or you take the plane, you can watch, you enjoy the situation, you enjoy the process, so the happiness will come there. So you have to start your success from the process, not at the result. So you will enjoy that. It will not be painful for us.
So in conclusion, I think that we should enjoy the process of reaching our goals in the future so that we don't feel pain, we don't feel like it's suffering us. And maybe you can tell us the last thing is on how to enjoy the process of the success.
But yeah, have you ever felt a crash feeling in your life?
Yeah.
Okay. When that person want to meet you at night, okay, can I meet you tonight? So what will you do now? What do you prepare now?
So I'm going to have to prepare like my clothes.
Okay.
The topic that I'm going to talk about
Very good.
tonight.
What else?
How to definitely ask my parents for permission.
Very good. You think, okay, I should call my other friends, okay? Maybe Rina to pick me up.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to iron my clothes and choosing the clothes which one that I have to wear, and also the hijab, which hijab that I want to wear, and also you take a bath, right?
Yeah.
Twice to make it fragrant, okay?
Yeah.
And you prepare everything, you wash everything, you work hard for that. Something that usually your servant did it for you, you did it yourself, happily. Why did you do that happily? Because you know that you will meet someone that you like. You will meet someone that you want so much. And that special person is like our success.
Wow. If we put it that way, it's like really, how do I say it? It really motivates me to do that thing, if we put it that way. So that's like really a thinking that makes me want to like, okay, let's do this hard now to achieve the happiness in the future.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that's all that we're going to talk for today. Thank you so much, Mrs. Like, for being here.
Most welcome.
I really feel honored that I can do this today with you.
I did too.
You are very awesome. I have to say I have all the respects for you.
Thank you so much.
And that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Signing out.